My sister is going to tell our parents she's pregnant at Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm the only one who knows the father is someone sitting at our table. I'm 16 and she's 19. She told me 3 weeks ago in the parking lot of a gas station because she said she couldn't say it inside our house. She couldn't even look at me. She just stared at the steering wheel and whispered, "I'm in trouble." The father is our dad's best friend, Callum. He's 41. He's been coming to our house since before I was born. He was at my sister's first birthday party. I've seen the photos. He coached her soccer team when she was 12. He taught her to drive when she was 15. He walked her to her car after every family barbecue to make sure she got home safe. My dad calls him brother. My mom sets a plate for him at every holiday like he's family. He has a key to our house. When my sister told me his name, I didn't react the way she expected. I didn't gasp. I didn't yell. I just felt every memory I had of him rearrange itself in my head. The way he always sat next to her. The way he'd text her checking in late at night. The way he'd bring her a separate gift on Christmas. Always something personal. Always something my parents wouldn't think twice about. A journal, a necklace, a book he said reminded him of her. My parents thought it was sweet. They called him her honorary uncle. My sister made me promise not to tell before dinner. She wanted to do it herself. She said she had a plan. She said Callum told her they'd tell everyone together after the holidays, and then move to his cabin upstate. She said it like it was romantic, like they were eloping. I wanted to throw up. Thanksgiving came, and the house smelled like cinnamon and roasted turkey. My mom had the nice tablecloth out. My dad was playing old Motown records in the kitchen. Callum showed up at 4 with a bottle of wine and a pie his mother made. He shook my dad's hand. He hugged my mom. He looked at my sister for exactly 1 second too long and then looked away. Nobody caught it, but I did. We sat down and I was directly across from him. He was laughing at my dad's jokes. He complimented my mom's gravy. He asked me about school like everything was normal. I couldn't speak. I just kept staring at his hands and thinking those hands taught my sister how to hold a steering wheel. About 30 minutes in, my sister cleared her throat. She said, "I need to say something." The table went quiet. My dad smiled and said, "Well, go ahead, sweetheart." She told them she was pregnant. My mom's fork hit her plate. My dad blinked 3 times fast and then reached for her hand. He said, "Okay, we'll figure this out. Who's the father?" She didn't answer. She looked down, then she looked at Callum. Every head at the table followed her eyes. Callum didn't move. He didn't deny it. He just sat there with his jaw locked and his hands flat on the table like he was bracing for something. My dad stared at him for what felt like an entire minute. Then he stood up slowly. Not fast. Not violent. Slowly. He said one sentence. "You coached her when she was 12 years old." Callum opened his mouth and my dad raised one hand and said, "Don't." My mom was already on the phone. I don't know when she grabbed it. I don't know when she left the table. But I could hear her in the kitchen giving Callum's full name and our address to someone on the other end. Callum stood up and said, "I think I should go." My dad stepped between him and the door and said, "You're not going anywhere." His voice didn't shake. His hands didn't shake. He just stood there blocking the only exit like he'd been waiting his whole life for this moment without knowing it. Callum sat back down. Nobody said a word for 12 minutes until the officers arrived. They asked him to step outside. He went quietly. My sister didn't cry. She didn't defend him. She just sat there looking at the empty chair where he'd been sitting and said, "He told me nobody would believe me." My mom knelt beside her and said, "We believe you." My dad walked back to the table, picked up Callum's plate, his glass, his fork, and threw all of it in the trash. Then he sat down next to my sister and held her hand and didn't let go for the rest of the night. The wine Callum brought sat on the counter untouched. My mom poured it down the sink before bed. My sister started therapy 2 weeks later. She